Oh, it is Derby time because the Kentucky Derby is coming up this Saturday, May 3rd. So, yeah. Now, to honor that, why not go over some bottles that technically you could drink while you're watching the Kentucky Derby or attending the Kentucky Derby? But for me, it'll be bottles that remind me of the Kentucky Derby. So let's get into it. Let's go over these. I have 6. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me. Boom, boom. Here on the Whiskey Corner. Truly appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the video, and checking out the channel. Guys, I appreciate all your support. You guys are all amazing. We are 120 away from 4,000 subscribers. You guys have been answering the call. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all my existing longtime subscribers. Thank you to the new subscribers. And thank you for all of you that will probably subscribe after I keep asking you. So I would really appreciate that. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe because that helps me out tremendously. But thank you for all your support. It is Derby season, as I said in the intro, and the Kentucky Derby is going on right now on Saturday, May 3rd, right? And that is like the pinnacle of like horse racing. I'm not into horse racing. It's not something that I've really been into, but it is a pinnacle of Kentucky, of horse racing, of bourbon, right? Like, we associate bourbon with the Kentucky Derby as well. So that gave me the idea. What are some bottles that can make me feel like I'm part of this, right? What are those bottles that remind me the most like I'm watching the Kentucky Derby, or that I'm being a part of it, and I guess am showing support, if you will, right? So wanted to talk to you guys about 6. We got some good ones, but first, let's do a little inaugural cheers. I got one of them poured here. This is gonna be the last one that we talk about, but cheers. That is amazing. I am in love with that one, but we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. But sorry. I had to interrupt the video because we have a cool few live streams coming up. So our good old friend Doc Martinez at Old Fashioned Ways Plus Plus is putting together a live stream on Sunday, May the 4th. Be with you. You were supposed to pretend I had a lightsaber, but that is at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we're celebrating May the 4th, Star Wars Day, right? So myself, Whiskey Corner, Whiskey Therapy, Jason, and the Whiskey Trek are gonna be on. So come and check it out. Come hang out with us. It's always a good time on Old Fashioned Ways Plus Plus. So hope to see you there. Remember, Sunday, May the 4th at 7 p.m. Hope to see you guys there. Now, let's get back into this video. I don't know, the best way of going through this is I'm just gonna grab each bottle, right? From, I guess, left to right, or whatever way I feel like it. None of these are saying that they're better or worse than any other. These are just the bottles that came into my head when I'm thinking Kentucky Derby, and probably ones that I'm going to drink to think about. Maybe check up on the Kentucky Derby itself. And we gotta start with this first one, right? Because they actually have a bottle that's a Kentucky Derby collection bottle, and that is Woodford Reserve. So obviously I don't have that Kentucky Derby collection bottle, but it's a cool bottle either way. I would personally wouldn't spend the money on it, but it's cool if you're into that and you collect them every year and you have some like ones from like 10, 20 years ago or whenever the hell they started doing it. That's actually really freaking cool. So Woodford Reserve really invests highly into the Kentucky Derby, right? And it's cool because it does kind of give it a little bit more oomph in the bourbon section of being related to Kentucky Derby, right? So that's pretty cool. So that's the first one that I'm going to talk about. Again, I don't have a bottle, but I'll put one here or here, so you guys can see what those usually look like. They are pretty cool, but you know, it's cool for somebody that actually is going to enjoy it or collect it or whatever, which won't be me, but that's the first one. Second one that I'm going to talk about is, well, right next to it, one that has a horse on it. And that's so weird to say, but when I look at this bottle, like, it does remind me of like horse racing, Kentucky Derby-ish type of thing, and it's from Kentucky, and that is Old Carter. See a nice little stallion right there, just chilling, just like walking around, prancing or trotting and doing what it does. And then you got some really good bourbon. There's actually an Old Carter Tennessee batch, not a Kentucky batch, but yeah, we won't hold that against it. This is really good, and every time I look at that horse there, it definitely reminds me of the Kentucky Derby. But if we're gonna talk about horses and horses being on a label, then we have to talk about this next one, because they have a different horse on their different offerings, on the label of their different offerings, and that is none other than Pinhook. So this particular one is their high proof bourbon. That is 114.5 proof, and the horse on this one is Bohemian Bourbon. That's the name of the horse, right? So it's cool because Pinhook does really play well on that. Every type of different offering that they have a label on it with a different horse, and they tell you the horse's name, the sex of the horse, the color, crop, I don't know what that is, and the horse size. So that's actually pretty cool. So why would this not remind you of the Kentucky Derby? And I know it reminds me. And a little foreshadowing for probably the last bottle, this wax is the same color as one that I'm going to talk about pretty soon. So yeah, that's another indicator of the Kentucky Derby. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. Now, I have been mentioning a lot of freaking horses, and nothing is complete when you're talking about horses on bourbon bottles than this next one. And you probably already know which one this is, but little horse trotting, because this is the Blandons. Now, this is Bllandon straight from the barrel. This is really good. I just wish it was a little bit more proofier. It's 122.6 proof. If it was a little bit more proofier, it would be better, but this is so freaking good. And like every Blandon's, it has the little horse and jockey on it in a different position depending on its letter. And this one is letter L. So that's pretty cool. And every time I look at a Blandon's, I mean, yeah, you get horse racing, you get Kentucky Derby, you get, this is the Kentucky culture, right? So that has to be on this list. Damn, we're getting to the last two. Let me take another little sip of this. Cheers. I'll leave a little bit for when I bring out that bottle. But this next one, I mean, their bottles are also like, have different scenes of horse racing. Now, I have the 14, the 15, and the 16. Haven't really paid attention to the 8, the 10, or whatever other years they have available. But this is Calat Farms. Now, Calat Farm has different scenes of horse racing on their labels. This one is different. There's the 16. This one is different than my 15, and which is different than the 14. The 15, I'm as I was looking at it, has a little close-up of the horse and the jockey, kind of just walking around. This one has the horse and the jockey, like, I believe racing, but it is a little bit different in each label, and that's actually pretty cool. I like how they incorporate that in there. They even put like the little wreaths and the little flowers that normally the horses get put around their neck when they win, right? So that's actually pretty cool, and that bottle definitely reminds me of Kentucky Derby, but not just this one, the 15, the 14, so, you know, take your preference, drink that bottle, one of those bottles, and you'll be reminded of the Kentucky Derby. Now, we're gonna get to the last one. Let me kill this off. Cheers. Because that was amazing, and this is, to me, the epitome of Kentucky Derby bottles. That is the Evan Williams Kentucky Derby Festival Edition. This one is from 2025, and essentially this is an Evan Williams single barrel vintage special limited edition done for the Kentucky Derby. So they have these like different colored wax, pink waxes, have the little pin here. This one came with another pin in here. They're plastic pins, but it's a cool collector's item. And the proof goes up to 106. So these are freaking amazing. I really do enjoy them. This, and thank you to Joe Pierce, because he's the one that put me onto this. I paid a little bit more than MSRP, but I am so freaking happy about that this is my new baby, and this is definitely a Kentucky Derby bottle. But that is my list, guys, and I have to baby this thing because I just popped it yesterday or 2 days ago, and yeah, gotta go easy on it because not sure when I'm gonna get another one. But that is my list, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Comment below, but also let me know, what is that one bottle or a couple of bottles that stick out to you when you think of Kentucky Derby? Would love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, let's have a nice, healthy conversation. Love talking back and forth with you guys. Please do me the favors. Like or dislike this video. Please subscribe. As we're trying to get to 4,000, you guys can help me out with that, and I would really appreciate you. Also, please check out the Patreon in the description. As little as $3 a month will help you support the channel. I'm gonna pour myself one of these, probably not the Evan Williams because I'm trying to baby that, but I want you to enjoy that whiskey. And happy Derby season. Cheers.